I'm back.
Yo, yo, yo. Donk and Dave here on day number 46 of the Take It Easy tour.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Stayed at the RV park last night again. Really wasn't too bad. I mean, I did have a hot bathroom. What I mean by hot, I mean they had hot water, so I was able to shower, or not shower, but sponge bath, and then shave and clean up. Even did a little bit of laundry, which was nice, in the sink, of course.
It's party time.
I'll let this guy go by. There you go, dude. So that wasn't so bad, and for 30 bucks it was probably less than the cost of staying at a provincial park. Provincial parks are about 35 bucks. So I did all right. I'll take it. So today we're going to go into Halifax. Halifax, Nova Scotia, that is. Look at this, low tide, or getting to be low tide. And we're going to go right by Peggy's Cove again. So we might do that. Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out.
And go from there. And we're on the Atlantic side. We're not on the Bay of Fundy side anymore. So the tides are more normal, you know, not so exaggerated. But it's still pretty remarkable to see here. Beautiful coastline.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, don't laugh, but I'm in Halifax and they have a public garden which is supposed to be pretty fantastic. And part of culture is that you recognize the good things. So I'm gonna come in here and check this out, see what it looks like, and see if I can get some culture in class, even though I got no class.
I think you're an asshole. No, let me correct that. An immature asshole. You're a slob. You dress like a bum. Second, you're unmotivated. You have no self-esteem, no thought about the future. You're inconsiderate, you're insensitive, you're insincere, and you're irresponsible. A show-off. You're vulgar. You're inappropriate. You're unrefined. You're obnoxious.
Well, Mr. Thompson, that's really quite a list. And you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think if I really apply myself, I could be a totally changed person by the time we finish lunch.
Well, here's a statue. Somebody dumping out some wine or water or something like that, and cherubs over here doing this. I like the cherubs better if they were peeing. It'd be better if they were just peeing into the pool like everybody else does. But they got crazy fish with water coming out of their nose. That's pretty funny. But it's still pretty good here. And it's dedicated to Queen Victoria, not just Queen Elizabeth, but Queen Victoria. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty old right there. And I was looking at this thing right here. You got a circle and a circle and a stem. Now, to anybody else that would be considered art. To me, that's just a penis with big balls. Oh my God. There's no hope for me. Here's another one, but it's not quite the same. This is called clematis. This is a vine that'll grow. It's a comeback type vine that'll grow back every year, and it's pretty nice, pretty stuff. And then these look like sunflowers, to be quite honest. They might be, but I'm finding stuff here in the park that it has bloomed and is long since gone in North Carolina, like the dogwood trees, the rhododendrons, the daylilies. They're just now starting to bloom up here, and they're long since past blooming in North Carolina. So, you know, you follow the bloom all the way up the coast, and that's what I've done. It's pretty cool. But they have some fantastic rose beds here, and this natural garden over here is pretty cool. So go check that out. Remember how I said that stuff was in bloom now that was in bloom, you know, like early spring? Those plants right there called peonies or peonies, I don't know what you really should need to call them, but they would bloom in like early May, and it's 5th of July right now. So they're just now blooming, and they're about to be spent here in a couple of days. But it's amazing to see the difference in time when something will bloom versus what we had in North Carolina. So, and I got some plants in here that I just don't even know what the hell they are. But most of this stuff you can get at freaking Lowe's or Home Depot if you're careful and buy your stuff correctly. So it's pretty cool. I don't know what that is. There's roses. They got some sculpture over there, and then they got I don't know what the hell that is over there. I'll check that out too. They got these things planted, and I don't know what the hell they are, to be quite honest. But I like how they've got them trellised here. I mean, they've got a tomato cage right here, and then a piece of rebar that goes down, and it links them together so that the tomato cage doesn't fall down. That's pretty cool. I like that. I might use that at home if I decide to get back into gardening, which I might. So, yeah, it's a pretty park here now. It's gorgeous. All right, Donk out.
1 hour later.
Well, guys, we're here overlooking Halifax, and as you can see, Halifax is a port, and it comes in here, and it got a lot of construction going on. There's a crane there, and there was another something. There's a concrete pump going on somewhere, but it's a pretty big port, and they've got cruise ships that come in here. And you might be asking, why is there a cannon there? Well, it's because I'm at a fort. This is the Citadel of Halifax, and it was originally a French fort way back when, and now they've still got people that are doing the rank and file and carrying on as far as the cannons goes and all that good stuff. So they're doing a lot of rebuild on it right there. They're doing stuff and doing stuff around the corner over there. But they have it looking like a ship. I mean, look at all the stuff that it's got right here. And then, you know, the mast and, you know, the crow's nest and all that stuff up there. And so they got it going on here. This is one of those places to see when you come into Halifax. Check it out and everything. But they're sitting here training and firing cannons off and all that kind of good stuff. It's pretty cool. You know, it reminds me a lot of Fort Caroline, and then St. Augustine, the Basilica at St. Augustine. It's about the same size as that was Spanish, and this is French. You can do some Google history, Wikipedia about St. Augustine Basilica and all that stuff. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, they're out here training. So that's about it. Talking about. All right, guys. Right over here, we're at the Citadel here in Halifax still, and those guys over there are preparing to fire that cannon. Obviously, it's got blanks in it, but because if it had real fire shot in it, it'd hit a building over there like that. But they're getting ready to fire that cannon off. So I'm gonna get everything I can prepared to get that.
Three hours hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
And that was it. Fired that off. Pretty cool. Back it up. Clean it out, take it down. Alright, now we're going to leave Halifax and go across this bridge and get into Dartmouth. And Halifax is a big town. I mean, you would think Nova Scotia is not that big as far as industry, but it's big. Big port. A lot of good industry. This looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, doesn't it? Except it's not red, it's green. And it's not as big, not as tall. But still, it's a big bridge. So I spent the day in Halifax, and it's got some things to it, but really it's not that great. It's got a casino. I didn't go in the casino. If I were a gambling man, I would have gone in, but I'm not. So I spent time in a garden, and then a museum, and then a park.
Loser.
Blah, blah, fucking blah.
Loser.
So,
Loser.
got another place to see here in just a few minutes, hopefully, once I get over it. Over this bridge and everything. So, apparently I got to pay a toll. How much is the toll? How much is the toll? How much is it? Any vehicle change. $1. So I need to get a loony, as they call them. It's a loony. A loony is $1. And the reason why they call it a loony is because it has a duck on it. If you can see it. But it's got a duck on it, a loon. It's called a loony. And then the other form of money that they have here is a $2 coin called a toonie, for two. Toonie. A loony and a toonie. And they don't have $1 bills. And they don't have $2 bills. They have $5 bills. So you get a loony, a toonie, a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill, and on from there. And they do have nickels and dimes and quarters, but I have yet to see a penny. So there are no pennies here. It's kind of different. Oh, come on, people. Let's get it done. Come on. Waiting. Getting passed by everybody and everything. And I'm already at where I need to be to make a turn. Here.
Oh no, in the basket.
In the basket.
Yeah.
And I need to get into right there. So I'm going to do it. Hey! 500. CB 500X.
Oh, nice.
You got a CBR 500?
Yeah.
Same motor.
Nice. Just got it actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What's he riding?
CB 500 hours.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
You'll like it. It's got a good motor.
What's that?
It's got a good motor.
Yeah. Good starter bike.
Go ahead. All right. So that was that. Now we're on the way to our spot.